A woman has pleaded guilty in federal court to a charge of interfering with a railroad signaling system in Bellingham last year. This case stemmed from an investigation into dozens of instances in 2020 in Whatcom and Skagit counties.
Q13 News reporter Olivia Lavoie spoke with the FBI about these cases.
January 2020, BNSF rail yard investigators began finding shunts on tracks in Whatcom and Skagit counties. A shunt is a device placed on tracks that can cause all sorts of issues.
Usually they use an electrical wire and magnets potentially to interfere with the electrical signals that the train is getting on the tracks. And this can be very dangerous.
It can cause a train to derail or disable train crossing guards, preventing cars from going on tracks when a train is nearby.
Imagine if you're in a car and a train is coming, but the guards don't come down because someone has placed a shunt and now you're driving across the tracks with the train coming.
By the end of November 2020, investigators say there had been 41 incidents of shunts placed on the BNSF railroads in Skagit and Whatcom counties. Investigators also discovered an anarchist website where a group of people claimed responsibility for some of the incidents, saying they were opposed to the construction of an oil pipeline across British Columbia. On November 28th, court docs show a camera on BNSF train tracks in Bellingham captured two people kneeling on the track with an object next to them. A Whatcom County deputy responded and found two women, Samantha Brooks and Ellen Reish. Docs say a shunt was found on the tracks nearby.
Knowingly impairing the operation of a train with an act of violence is considered an act of terrorism.
The U.S. Attorney's Office say the two women were only charged with one count of interfering with the railroad signaling system for the November 28th incident.
People try to interfere with trains for whatever reason around the country at a more alarming rate than you would think.
Less than a month after the two women were arrested, a BNSF train derailment in Custer, about a dozen miles north of Bellingham, resulted in two train cars catching fire. To date, BNSF is still investigating the cause of that derailment.
If it is determined that the Custer train was purposely derailed, of course the FBI will look at that very seriously, and it goes from being considered an accident to a crime.
Olivia Lavoie, Q13 News.
Brooks pleaded guilty earlier this month and faces a sentence of up to 20 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. Reich is scheduled to go to trial later this month.